Okay, our digital system normally matches up the customer name with the x-rays that are filed under their name, but let's just say they're not. Let's just say we have to revert to an old-fashioned system where the other person doesn't have a database like us. So here we go. This is what we would do. Okay, I've pulled up our database from the last 2 weeks and I find my patient. When I click on her, we have views that come up that I can select. I'll select that one. Then we press convert and export. We put the folder that we want it to be copied into. So now we're converting images. Which takes forever. Alright, we have successfully prepared the image. Now we're going to do a copy burn. It has converted the image. At this point we could have had it burned to a disk, but we're not going to use that option right now. Okay, we're going to close and minimize. I had it put it into, going to go out to my folder, click the one that I wanted it to go in, and I can tell by the date and time which one it was, 11:41. I could have renamed it though to the patient's name. Let's do that now. Let's just call it Zoe. Alright. Okay, now that I've renamed the file, I click on our email account. I am going to make a new email, and actually I'm going to send it to the same place. Subject, let's just say radiograph. Now, if this was an actual customer, we would, of course, put identifying information in there. But this is just practice. So now we're going to attach a file. We're going to browse this PC, and we're going to look for the folder that I put her radiograph in. I'm going to change my way of looking at it because I like details better. Here we are, the JPEG. That's it. I'm going to click on attach, and I'm ready to send. Okay, I'm going to type in who it's to. Basically, I'm sending it to myself, but if you were sending it to a different vet, then you would, of course, put that information in there. Or you could actually be sending it to an owner. Okay, so we're ready for it to fly. And now I'm going to go get on another computer to see my... So here we are, we're going to fill out our radiology log. Let me see if I can get close enough to where you can actually read it. Okay, here we are at the reception desk. I've pulled up Sarah Malone as the client, double clicked, there we are. I click on Zoe because that's who we're attaching it to. Click on the attachment button, and on this screen we're going to say new. There's my JPEG in the documents on this PC. So I'm going to click on that and say open. Now description. I'm going to say,
you're probably done. Hold on just 1 second. I'll find out.
let's see, radiograph. I probably will give it some kind of other identification. And the date.
Hey, they're ready. So if you want to be here at 30, you can see them at the 30. Yeah, you can come now.
And hit.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Okay. Now, up here, it says radiograph, and it gives the position, and I can click on it, and I can click on this, and I can see it. Now, if this was coming from, let's say, Dr. Gary, who's our internal medicine specialist who does colonoscopies and ultrasounds, he would send us the file the same way. He would attach it as an email. We would take it from our hard drive. We would put it into the system under the applicable owner and patient's name. We would open it up. I'm just going to use this, but I'm going to call it, let's just say ultrasound. And probably, let's say, abdomen. And the date. And click OK. And so it saves it as the ultrasound for Zoe, along with her radiograph. And there's her information. So here we are. We're going to fill out our radiology log. Let me see if I can get close enough to where you can actually read it. Okay. You would enter the date, owner's name, patient's name, study. Let's just say we did a right foreleg. The position that we had them in. And the settings from our machine. Our kVp was 69, and our milliamps was 300, and the initials of the person filling it out, which is me.